Time now for the Personal Finance Corner, and today we're going to talk about tech funds. Tech stocks have been doing very well. Tech funds a good idea?
Well, tech funds were a good idea. We're going to now find out if it's time to book some profits and be contrarian like we always do, given the way that we've seen those returns over the last 3 months from those tech funds. Let me bring in Dhirendra Kumar, the CEO of Value Research, who will tell us what we should be doing with our technology funds. Dhirendra, as expected, technology funds are doing well. A 26% average return across that category over the last year, about 30% from the top performing fund. Now, we all know sector funds tend to be cyclical. Do you think this is a good time for us to book some profits, perhaps take some money off the table?
If you have invested in technology fund, I think it is about time to book, some profit. These technology funds, they benefited on two counts. One is that the rupee depreciation bonanza, and that is likely to boost the earnings of these companies in the coming quarters. So that has what driven the optimism. And the other is the turnaround, or the whole outlook for Infosys changed, and that has changed. That has altered the whole outlook for technology stocks for Indian investors. Till about 2.5 months back, everybody was very pessimistic about Infosys. That was a drag on the tech index. And Infosys, because of its free float, happens to it has a far higher weight. It is nearly 40-45% of the BSE IT index. And most mutual funds, most technology funds, they are also about 40 to 50% of their money is invested. They are almost they represent Infosys because of its heavy weight. So turnaround in Infosys and the rupee depreciation has caused this. This may not have a lingering positive impact. So if you are into a technology fund, book profit, and you are not deprived of technology because your generic diversified equity fund will also have substantial technology exposure.
Well, Dhirendra, your view seems to suggest that the technology funds might have hit a peak right now. Would you like us to stagger our pullout out of those funds as well, or should we be attempting to time it and pull it all out at one go?
Yeah, it's always good to be systematically pulling out and investing systematically. But what I'm saying is that, this kind of markets, there is always a reversion to mean. And what we have, last 3 months, they are up 30%. The previous 3 months were not as nice for technology funds. So if you are into a niche segment, if you are into an opportunistic investment, use it that way.
And Dhirendra, for those of our viewers who do pull their money out, where would you like them to move that money to?
I would say that, if you still have time on your side, diversify as much. And I would say that either be in a diversified vehicle or if you have no exposure to international fund, consider that.